girl, it's 1 year. And something pushed her to just use the communion, some of it, and she poured in a year. And I did the same thing, the same process, and it worked for me. I started feeling good. God has perfected my miracle. So I just want to urge everyone that has gotten a miracle healing from this altar to please come and testify, because you never know. Your testimony would be a motivation to someone out there that needs it. I thank God so much. Also, I want to thank Pastor Jerry and the whole team for putting this together. Coming up in our faces every morning to bless us, with God's words and prayers. Pray God bless you all.
What God cannot do does not exist. My name is Jennifer, and I'm recording this video from the UK. I am glad that God has shown me great mercy, and I'm here to return all the glory back to the Lord. I did an SPPD in the last quarter of 2022. At the time of joining, my main prayer was for the fruit of the womb, because I've had 2 ectopic pregnancies. The first one happened in 2020, and it was ruptured ectopic, so I lost one of my tubes. Then in 2022, I conceived a king, but unfortunately, it was another ectopic. Then on 25th of April, on the altar, Pastor Jerry mentioned my kids. You have had 2 ectopic pregnancies. If you not give back your testimony, go and check. The Lord is giving you too.
You have lost 2 of your fallopian tubes. 2 ectopic pregnancies. But don't say the Lord. Go back and check today. I've given you brand new ones. I've given you brand new ones. Receive it right now.
Honestly speaking, I was so excited because one thing I know for sure is once your case is mentioned, it is a done deal. Again, I was also praying for traveling breakthrough in 2023. God gave us that breakthrough, and we relocated to the UK. I came with my husband. So when we got here, we found out I was pregnant. And with the first and the EDD, expected days of delivery was on 30th of January. Today, I have my evidence. I don't know how God did it, but I'm carrying my evidence. I have this bundle of joy here, and we are here to say thank you, Pastor Jerry. We dey pray if they show what God cannot do does not exist.
My brothers and sisters, my name is Japhet Chukwuemeze Ikoni, and me and my brother Ikoni Siri Chukwumike. We are here to actually thank God for what God has done in my brother's life. My brother fell sick critically February 24th, 2024, earlier this year, and we thought it was just a normal cold and flu sickness. He went to the hospital, he was hospitalized. After a couple of days, it was getting worse, and that actually put him on oxygen mask to actually help him breathe. He was on oxygen mask for 24 hours, and they said, he wasn't also breathing well, and he needed a bigger oxygen mask and bigger oxygen to actually help him breathe. From there, they took him to the ICU. He was there in ICU, and the next thing they said, even the big oxygen mask and big oxygen was also not helping him breathe. In fact, he was having respiratory failure and blood clotting at that point, and he was in ICU. And at the point, the hospital in Kitchener, Ontario, said they couldn't help him anymore, and they had to actually transfer him to Toronto, to a specialist hospital to see how the specialist could help him. That actually carried him in an ambulance, and at that time they had to actually put in what do they call it? Intubator inside his body, and at that time he was no longer conscious, and they carried him to Toronto, and he was on that intubator for about 6-7 days. It got really bad. They said his lungs were failing. There was blood clotting, and at the point he had a very critical attack that they need to actually it was cold bleed attack. It was very terrible. Even at the point they had to actually pump him, so that he could actually breathe. He was on that ventilator for days, going to almost 8 days or 9 days. We kept on praying. My sister kept on sending NSPD morning prayers, and we kept on praying. And on March 4th, that fateful night, we joined Pastor Jerry's prayer. Pastor Jerry was praying heavily in the middle of the night. He was saying that he was sending fire to that ICU. We claimed it.
No negativity will